will you be surprised that the same security agents who were responsible for arresting journalists and they framed them up, brought them before military tribunals, were also responsible for the disappearance of James Bagauda Kaltho?
My Lord, I don't think you are fair to me. You are asking me a question that the government in power directed some people to be arrested, and you are putting this question to me. I don't think you are fair to me.
That's why I said as a security operative.
No, don't you think this is really a matter for address? This specific point.
It could be for address, my Lord, but this is a witness who is a member of the security agencies. I thought it is better to get from the horse's mouth.
But you are asking him to make a conclusion on facts not within his knowledge. I mean, you are saying since these people have been victims of arrest before, it must also follow that Bagauda would have disappeared through the same process. And you ask him to confirm that. I mean, is it fair? Yeah.
My Lord, the idea is just to make the world know that what happened to the disappeared journalist, the same fate that befell him, befell some other journalists. I tried to correlate what happened in those days. To make it bare, I want to bring it out to members of this commission and the public that what happened to journalists was not incapable of having happened, because the same security agents were responsible for arresting journalists. So what happened to Kaltho is not a surprise. I just wanted the witness to confess that with his own mouth.
Thank you for the address. Now go on.
As the court pleases.
This is another episode of the curious case of Bagauda Kaltho. In this episode, a director of the State Security Service, Mr. A.A. Gadzama, is in the witness box to disclose all he knows about the Bagauda Kaltho case. A quick recap. In 1995, a Nigerian journalist, Bagauda Kaltho, was killed in the controversial bomb explosion that took place at Doba Hotel, Kaduna. He was alleged to be in possession of the explosive when it happened at the time. However, the family of the late journalist, led by his wife, Mrs. Martha Kaltho, have refused the government's account, and she has petitioned the government security department to get to the bottom of the case and clear her late husband's name. Counsel for the State Security Service is J.K. Gadzama, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Nuhu Ribadu is counsel for the Nigerian Police Force. Bala Naala is representing ASP Zachary Biu and Major Hamza Al-Mustafa. Femi Falano for the Independent Communication Nigeria Limited, and Sylvanus Tahir is counsel for the petitioner. They all take their time to drill the witness, but drop us a comment and let us know what you think. We'll see you in the next video.
My name is Mrs. Chinwe Owandu. Appearing with me is Mr. Emmanuel Akaka.
May it please your lordship and honorable members of this commission, I am Sylvanus Tahir. I appear for the petitioner.
With respect, my lord, and members of the commission, Nuhu Ribadu for Nigerian Police Force. With me, my lord, is my learned colleague, Mr. Ufem Uket.
With the greatest respect, my lord, Bala Ibn Naala, I appear for ACP Zachary Biu and Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
May it please my lord, I appear with respect for State Security Services, SSS. My name is J.K. Gadzama, SAN, and I have with me T.N. Indifon, Esquire, and A.O. Chukura, Esquire.
With profound respect, my lord, and the honorable members of the commission, I appear for the Independent Communications Nigeria Limited. Femi Falano is my name. I am alone, but God is with me, my lord.
Can I return your book? And thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord.
That's Ayala. He's making a nice contribution to your court. former CJ of Gambia, isn't it? I don't even know. Oluayala? He doesn't know. Yes, the young child. Yes, yes. How far have we gone?
Yes, my lord, I think the position is that we have a witness, a director with the SSS, who has been subpoenaed to appear also to testify. He's here before the commission.
Yes.
And if the commission...
Counsel for the... How many witnesses have we called so far?
Your Lordship, the 8th witness was in the witness box. That's Caleb, Olu Caleb. And he was being cross-examined by Mr. Ribadu for the Nigerian Police Force. Yes. I recall he was yet to finish.
I haven't finished cross-examination.
Well, unless he says he has, but he was being cross-examined.
Well, if they have not finished, let's start with him. If they have, then 9th witness.
You finished?
With respect, my lord, we, for the petitioners, have not even cross-examined Caleb. Like the counsel for the petition rightly said, he was caught midstream when he was being cross-examined.
Not yet over.
Not yet over, my lord.
Well, then call him. Call the witness, please. What's the name of the witness?
Samuel Fola Caleb.
Call him then.
Samuel Fola. Mr. Caleb, please. Samuel Fola Caleb.
Mr. Samuel Kolas Caleb.
Yeah, my lord, I think this witness may not be aware that it's needed today. If, I don't know, it appeared counsel were through with him on that the last day, but if the commission still needs him around, we can ensure his attendance.
All right, doesn't matter if he's not here, we'll get him next sitting.
As the commission, please.
So let's move on.
If they seriously need him, we get him.
If he comes during the interval, then we will put him in the witness box.
As the commission pleases.
Now, 9th witness then.
Excuse me, my lord. We definitely want to put it on record that we need his attendance. We would want to put questions to him for the petitioners. So at the next hearing.
Noted.
Yes.
If he has not been cross-examined, he will be made available to you for cross-examination. The only thing is that whenever we close, tell witnesses that they may be required to be in court next sitting. They may not know. Yes, 9th witness.
Yes, my lord, Mr. Gadzama is here. A.A. Gadzama.
Now that all the parties are here, do we announce the other case, the one we met us in chambers? Abiola's case. Yes, the witness who we were told yesterday was in America will be available next week. So all the parties involved in Abiola's case, the case we will continue next week, Tuesday. Witness will be available next week, Tuesday. Swear him. But to make assurance doubly sure, serve them with witness summonses, all relevant witnesses. Most of them are in court.
I, Mr. A.A. Gadzama, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this honorable commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I hope I can proceed, my lord. Witness, you are A.A. Gadzama. You are?
Yes, my lord.
You work with the national headquarters of the SSS here in Abuja.
Yes, my lord.
Please, can we know the capacity in which you work? What is your status there?
Well, I'm a director with the State Security Service, my lord.
For how long have you been in the headquarters here in Abuja?
Since 1997, my lord.
Before you came to the national headquarters of the SSS, can the commission know where you were?
I was the State Director of Security in Kaduna, my lord, from 1993 to October 1996.
Now, I believe you are aware why you were subpoenaed to appear before this Honorable Commission.
Yes, my lord.
You are here to tell us what you know about one Mr. Bagauda Kaltho.
Yes, my lord.
Do you know him, or did you ever come to know him?
No, I don't know him, my lord.
You have never seen him before?
No, I've never seen him before.
Now, while in Kaduna, were you aware of the double hotel bomb blast while you were a director with the SSS in Kaduna?
Yes, my lord, I'm aware of that incident.
Please, can you tell us what you know about that incident and how you came to be aware of it?
Yeah, thank you, my lord. I think it was on the 18th of January 1996. My assistant director in charge of operations at about 16:25 hours or thereabout alerted me that there was a blast at the Daba Hotel. So I asked him what he has done. So he told me that he has already deployed some personnel there, and the officers were headed by the officer in charge of Kaduna North while the incident took place. So we reinforced the team thereafter, and they conducted some accident scene investigations in conjunction with the Nigerian police force. The following day, they submitted a report to us, which we forwarded to our headquarters in Abuja.
Were you at the scene of the incident in person?
No, we only visited the scene with the governor, the members of the State Security Committee, the following day.
Not on the day
Not all day after the incident, yes.
I see. Now, Mr. Gadzama, you told us the team you raised made some investigation or inquiries.
Yes.
Can we know the findings? What were the findings?
Well, in a nutshell, they said somebody was found at the scene of the bomb blast, an adult male, and there were certain other things recovered in his possession. I mean, in some cellophane bags by his side. There was some that had either an unexploded improvised device, and also a book titled "The Man Died," a receipt of purchase of that book, and you know, I think that's just some of the things that were found. But most importantly was the fact that as at the time they filed that report, the identity of the victim was not established. They also did say that there was a worker of the hotel, I think by name Sarah, Sarah Luca or somebody like that, who was equally injured.
I see.
Yeah, that was just in a nutshell the outcome of the investigation.
Now, were you opportuned to have a look at any photographs which were alleged to be the photographs of the corpse at the scene? Did
Yes,
you see
my
any
lord.
photographs?
Yeah, of course. The team brought the photographs of what they recorded on the scene, on both video and manual photography.
I
and
see.
we went through the copies with my assistant director operations.
I see. Now, can we know whether if you see some of these photographs, you'll be able to identify them as those you saw while you were director in Kaduna at the material time?
Yes, my lord. I believe I can recall and
Registrar,
should be able to identify them.
please, can we have some of the photographs, or all the photographs tendered so far in this matter? Please have a look at these photographs now in your possession and tell the Honorable Commission if these are the photographs you were referring to.
Yeah, I can identify just two of the photographs here. We didn't have the other two.
Can we know the two you have identified?
Yeah.
Registrar, can we know the numbers?
This one was among
What
them.
exhibit? Exhibit 24, 20B, is it 24? 24B identified.
And
Which one
this
again?
other one.
24 and 24B identified.
No, I didn't see these other ones.
While you were there, you did not see these other ones.
Yeah,
That
and
is,
we have some other copies. And
okay, other copies, okay.
Other postures.
Oh, I see, okay. Definitely, it wasn't only two that you saw. There were many.
In fact, we recorded over 20-something exposures of
I see.
the same scene.
Thank you. Now, witness, you made mention or made reference to findings of that team, made mention of the report. What happened or what did you do thereafter?
Well, as expected, we forwarded the report to our headquarters after they submitted it. Because I remember the report was sent in on the 19th. Then around the
19th of what month?
That January, just a day after the incident.
So you sent the report from Kaduna to the national headquarters of the SSS?
Well, the practice is that it was an incident report.
Yes.
So we normally have to flash it because it has to be sent out to the consumers. It was an incident report. So there's the need for timeliness, and that's precisely what we did.
I see.
Immediately the group submitted it, we faxed it to our headquarters.
I see. Now, witness, I would like you to have a look at Exhibit 19, which is already before this Honorable Commission. Secretary, Registrar, can we have the Exhibit 19? Let me have a look at it. Exhibit 19 is before this Honorable Commission. Attached to it is also, I think, Exhibit 19-2, also, about two letters, two documents. Please have a look at Exhibit 19 in particular. It's a letter purported to have been written. You know that letter?
Yes. That's a copy of a letter we sent to the Inspector General of Police.
I see. Your name is on that letter, and it speaks for itself that you did sign that letter.
Yes, my lord. I signed the covering letter.
You signed the covering letter?
Yes, my lord.
Now, did you have the mandate to sign that letter?
Yes, my lord. The DGSSS directed that we should forward certain information, and the information was forwarded under that particular covering letter.
Please, can the Honorable Commission know who the DG was at that time when you were here as the director? Who was the DG?
Well, the DGSSS then was Mr. PC Mwadwa.
PC Mwadwa.
Yes.
Now, witness, you said you had a mandate. I believe the mandate was in writing?
Yes, for sure. There was a minute to that effect in the relevant file.
I see. Minuted to you?
Yes.
And then you were the director?
Yes.
I see. Now, if you see a copy of the mandate, you can identify it.
Yes, my lord.
Please have a look at this copy. Go through it and let us know if that is the mandate, the written mandate you are referring to.
Yes, my lord, that's just the minutes.
I see.
A copy of the minutes.
With respect, my lord, I apply to tender this as an exhibit before this Honorable Commission.
Who wrote 28U? Has it been tendered before?
No, no, for the first time.
Now, what is this? There's some 28 there.
It's an extract, my lord.
Extract 28.
Yes.
Tendered as Exhibit 29.
As a court basis. Registrar, please, can I have Exhibit 19? Let me have it back. Witness.
Yes, yes, my lord.
Look, you will observe that attached to Exhibit 19 is a document.
Mark it 29.
Yes. Attached to Exhibit 19 is a document titled Intelligence Summary on the suspected involvement of one Bagauda Kaltho in the Kaduna Dover Hotel bombing.
Yes, my lord.
Now, this was also attached to that Exhibit 19 when you forwarded that Exhibit 19 to the IG.
Yes, my lord.
Who was then the IG?
It was Alaji Kumasi.
I see.
Was the IG.
Yes. Please, can we know who prepared, who authored that document? I think, my lord, it's Exhibit 19.2, or I can see F here. Is it 19.2? Attachment, yeah. Who authored the attachment to that Exhibit 19?
Thank you, my lord. What happened precisely was when the Director General directed that we should forward those information to the Inspector General of Police, we have a scheduled officer in charge of counter-terrorism who incidentally was on the task force on counter-terrorism.
Please, can you at this stage mention his name?
He's an assistant director, A.S. Dharma by name.
A.S. Dharma?
Dharma.
Yes. Proceed, please.
So I asked him to prepare the bricks, as could be seen from the minutes. So he took the files, made an extract of it, and brought it to me. So I just sent the covering letter.
And attach it there too?
Yes.
And sent it to the IG?
To the IG.
I see. And you did that for and on behalf of the DG?
Exactly, as authorized.
Yes. Now, witness, where is A.S. Dharma now?
Well, he is now a deceased. I learned he died early this year.
Early this year?
Yes.
I see. And you said he was the assistant director in charge of?
Counter-terrorism.
Counter-terrorism?
Yes.
Was there a director at that time for counter-terrorism?
No, it's a schedule. He is the scheduled officer.
Oh, I see.
Counter-terrorism is a desk.
I see.
And he is the scheduled officer.
I see.
And the officer in charge of all investigations and related matters.
At the headquarters?
Yes.
I see. Now, witness, the commission will also like to know the circumstances surrounding or the circumstances that led to that Exhibit 19 having been written. Can you let us know how it happened?
Yes, my lord. I think it was sometime in December 1997. Our headquarters received about 4 reports. I could remember there were laws that were dated 8th, 18th, and then I think 17th of November or thereabout.
Yes.
Which claimed that there were some sources at their disposal. That is our Lagos office, our Lagos Command Headquarters.
Yes.
Who alleged that the journalist in question was the person who died at the Kaduna Dover Hotel bomb blast.
Yeah, this was in 1998?
97.
No, I mean, when the report came in?
The reports came in 97, October,
97.
October,
Okay.
November.
Yes.
1997.
Yes.
So it was on the strength of these reports, the Director General now authorized that we should forward them to the Inspector General of Police.
Yes.
Because as at then, there was an investigation team in place headed by ASP Zachary Bew, I think, and the officer in counterterrorism from the SSS.
Yes. Now, that team was answerable to who?
Yeah, I was made to understand, because I didn't know of their functions.
Yes.
I was made to understand that they were answerable to the Inspector General of Police.
I see. Yes, okay, proceed, go on. So what happened?
Well, that's just precisely what we did. We forwarded the letter to the information in the form that had just been tendered before this commission,
yes,
to the Inspector General of Police.
Yes. And
he in turn acknowledged our letter in writing.
Yes, speak to the mic, yes.
In fact, I recall he said in his letter that the investigation team, that is the counterterrorism team, were fully conversant with the facts we conveyed in our letter.
Yes.
So that was it.
Now, witness, that acknowledgement letter, I believe, is an exhibit before this Honorable Commission. And I also believe if you cite it, you'll be able to identify it, that was the acknowledgement letter from the IG.
Yes, my lord.
Witness, can we see the letter? I think that is exhibit 20, if I'm not mistaken, 27. Okay, 22. Sorry, 22. It's page 27, 22. It's a one-sheet exhibit bearing the letter-headed, on the letter-headed paper of the police. Now, is this the document, the letter you are referring to, by which your letter was acknowledged?
Yes, my lord, that's a copy of the document under reference.
Okay, let me have it. Yes, witness, my lord, exhibit 22 identified. It's just a sentence, 2 sentences contained therein. Now, this exhibit reads as follows. Addressed to the DG SSS and signed by the then Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim A. Kumasi. It reads as follows. Thank you for your letter reference 1020/1981, dated 22nd December 1997. The matter has been minuted to the task force members who are fully conversant with the development, please. What did this mean to you at the time you received it?
Well, obviously, the IG, I believe, were just saying that they are already aware of these facts. That's, in a nutshell, is my own understanding of that minutes. That they are aware of the facts that we just passed to them.
In other words, without that letter, they were still equally aware of the facts, yes, which you were trying to communicate to them.
Yes, my lord.
I see. Now, just a few more questions for you, witness. I don't intend to take you so long. Yes, witness, I want to refer you to another exhibit also before this commission, and that is exhibit 24, which is a document addressed to the IG also and signed by Zachary Biu, ACP. I believe, have a look at exhibit 24. I believe you have seen it before. Please show him exhibit 24. Your copy is more authentic than mine. Mm-hmm. This is a photocopy of the exhibit. It also bears the logo of the police, Nigeria Police. Yes, that is it. Have a look at that document. I believe you've seen it before today. You've seen it before now.
Yes, my lord. We were sent a copy of this report.
Yes. Now, witness, have a look at pages 18, 19, and 20. These are the last 3 pages. Now, these pages I have mentioned have epitomized the findings of the police, or rather the task force, which we made reference to. Now, I would like you to have a look at finding number 3, particularly at page 18. It's just a sentence. I would just like to read it out and ask you your comment. It reads as follows. However, are you with me?
No,
page
no.
18, please.
18. There are no pages marked.
Okay, count third page from behind. Third page from behind. I know the first few pages the numbers are not clear. Third page from behind.
Okay, yes.
From the penultimate page. Now, if you look at finding number 3, it reads as follows. However, in a letter reference number 102098 dated 22/12/97 by the Director General of SSS to the Inspector General of Police, it stated that the victim of the 18196 at Doba Hotel Kaduna was a correspondent of the news magazine who was based in Kaduna. What is your comment about this in view of what has been tendered and your mandate and considering your efforts as a director in Kaduna and also while you were in Abuja at the...
Thank you, my Lord. What I can say on this observation is that it's a distortion of the information we sent to the police. If you could recall, what I said was that in our letter, we said that some sources at the disposal of our office confided in the command that the journalist in question was the person who died in the Kaduna bomb blast. It was a claim. And we proceeded to ask the Inspector General of Police to direct the task force to investigate those claims. It is not like the SSS conclusively said that the person who died in that bomb blast was this gentleman. They were just claims. There were reports from our sources, from a command in Lagos. The SSS report was never conclusive. We only forwarded, yes.
Go on.
We only forwarded those things as clues, which is normal in the security circle.
I see. Just as any other member of the society
can do so,
or member of the public, be it market woman, civil servant, could do to the police to forward information, or even
yes,
lawyers,
my Lord,
including Mr. Femi Falana. Witness.
Yes, my Lord.
Yes. Finally, for you. You said in that team, which was constituted by the IG, there was only one SSS officer. That's AS Dharma.
My Lord, I cannot authoritatively comment on the constitution or the powers of that list because it's not to my knowledge.
I see.
We were only made to understand this, an officer from our service.
Yes.
But I don't know how he was nominated, what were the powers of the committee.
But in any case, they were not answerable to the SSS.
No, he was not.
I see. That's all you knew about this case?
That's all I know about the case, my Lord.
That's all for this witness.
Cross-examination. Any questions?
Yes, my Lord. Mr. Gadzama.
Yes, my Lord.
You just told this Honorable Commission that you were the author and the signatory to Exhibit 22.
No, I said I signed the covering letter, but not the author of the whole document.
The letter itself bears
the covering letter, yes. Yes, my Lord.
The covering letter, that's what I mean. That is Exhibit 22 with all the attachments.
Yes, my Lord.
You were the author and the signatory of that letter.
Yes, my Lord.
Now, by more than one account, this Honorable Commission has been informed through Mrs. Zachary Bill and ACP Ibrahim, the then police commissioner in Kaduna, at the time of this incident, that the person who allegedly died in the bomb blast was Bagauda Kaltho. Do you share their view?
No. Not on the strength of the earlier report in Kaduna. I think there are two things being mixed up here. We had an incident report in Kaduna, and like I told the earlier listening, there was no clue as to the identity of that victim as at the time.
Cases slated for hearing today include the disappearance of James Bagauda Kaltho. Former head of state General Muhammadu Buhari is expected to appear as witness in 3 separate petitions of alleged unlawful detention filed by Chief Akin Omoboriowo and Mr. Isaac Sha'ahu. Former President General Ibrahim Babangida is also expected to appear alongside General Muhammadu Buhari in the petition filed by Alhaji Lili Gabari. Happy viewing.
Very conclusive listening.
What I'm asking is that, there were initial suggestions, or maybe at the time the person was found at the scene of the incident, there was no clear-cut identity as to who the person was.
Yes.
Later day developments, which especially based on the report from the SSS, is that the person who died in the blast is James Bagauda Kaltho. My simple question to you is whether you share the belief that the person who died is James Bagauda Kaltho.
Yeah, but when you talk of belief in my Lord, it presupposes I either have investigated this thing or I have some other information. I cannot only based on what some other people claimed tell you that it was this gentleman. That's what I'm saying.
It is either yes you believe or no you don't believe. You are the signatory of that letter.
Yes.
With all the attachments.
Yes.
Making a conclusive fact that the person who died from your sources is Bagauda Kaltho. The question I'm asking, according whether you as a person believes it is.
My Lord, I know my belief is cross-examined, and probably the sky is his limit. But my Lord, he has already answered the question. He cannot put words into him. This man is here to give us facts. He has given us the facts. What he's asking is his personal opinion, which is irrelevant here. His belief is irrelevant. He has given the facts and he has answered the question positively and exhaustively. So I think, there's no point this issue is dragged on and on. Yes, my Lord, just for...
With respect, my Lord, without being too...
Are you taking a tip from the SAN?
Sir?
Are you taking a tip from the SAN?
Well, but my question has not been answered, sir.
You're not obliged to.
We want to get at the root of this matter. The question is...
He said he doesn't know him.
He doesn't know him.
Personally, he wasn't there when the bomb blast took place. What are you asking? Whether he believed. It's not a question of faith. The question of evidence.
The letter upon which Zachary Bill based his conclusion to arrive at the fact that the person who died in the bomb blast at Kaduna was Zachary Bill is a letter emanating from the SSS. Bagauda Kaltho.
Ask him.
Was written by the SSS. He was an officer in Kaduna before he came back to, he was transferred to the head office. He should be able to know and to find out whether...
To know what?
Yes, my Lord.
To know whether he was...
Whether in his belief, let's put it at that, whether in his belief the person is Bagauda.
He said he doesn't know him. I don't know this man.
As the court pleases. Now, prior to your letter of 22nd December 1997 to the Inspector General of Police, which arm of the security agencies were conducting the investigations?
Come again, my Lord.
Prior to your letter of December 22nd, 1997, that is almost 2 years after the incident, because the letter emphatically said it was a request. If I can just read from the last sentence and the last paragraph. Say, I am in the light of these recent disclosures directed to request that the Inspector General of Police direct the Joint Counter-Terrorism Team headed by Zachary Biu, Assistant Commissioner of Police, take over the case. The letter was pleading with the IG to request the Counter-Terrorism Team to take over. That means one arm of the security agencies was already also conducting the investigation. Can you tell us which arm of the security agencies?
Thank you, my Lord. I think if you got me right, what I told you was that we are essentially an intelligence gathering outfit, the SSS, and that I told you that between October and December 1997, our offices in Lagos, gathered some information, or some people made available to them certain claims. So it wasn't like the service was investigating. Routinely, we get some of these informations They could be true or not, but it is our duty to pass them over to...
That is well understood. I think the question I'm asking is, there were some other arms of the security agencies must have been investigating this case before the SSS decided to write to the IG to take over. That is the question, is which arm of the security agencies were investigating the matter before this request for taking over came in?
My Lord, I'm only aware of it that the counter-terrorism task force in place was the body investigating all these things. I'm not sure there was any other agency, and if there were, it is not to my knowledge.
So, assuming, like you rightly said, the counter-terrorism were the people investigating, then what purpose was your letter meant to serve? The letter written on the 22nd. This thing happened on the 18th of January, 96.
Yes.
This letter came on the 22nd of December, 97. That is almost 2 years after the incident.
Yes.
What purpose was it meant to serve?
My Lord, I think if you refresh your memory with what I told you, we are an intelligence gathering outfit. And this, as far as we're concerned, are still very active cases. And the time doesn't matter. If any information comes to our attention, we are bound to act on it. And that's precisely what we did. We gathered some of this information from Lagos, and I think it was our responsibility, and we did it rightly, to pass it to the body that was in place to investigate these things. And I don't think it will also be proper for us to have suppressed such an information. That could have been misconstrued also.
See, going by the response which you got from the IG, after getting this letter, the IG got the letter of 22nd. He now wrote a response, which was just sent by my learned friend, the senior advocate, that the police were already aware and they were conversant. I mean, there is a link, there is something. We want to know.
Yeah, my Lord, I told you that as far as I know, at my level, it was only the counter-terrorism task force that was in place, and that was what informed our passing the letter to the Inspector General of Police.
Sorry, Counsel.
Thank you, my Lord.
Yes, my Lord.
One moment. I mean, I'm in sympathy with you, but if you cast your mind back, it is clear from this witness that there's very little that we can gain in terms of, first of all, he admitted he didn't know Bagauda Kaltho.
As the court pleases.
The issue of whether he would have recognized him even from the photograph begs the question, since he didn't know him ab initio. But if you remember Major Al-Mustafa's testimony, which is where I thought we should take off from, that inside a presidential vehicle, there were 3 of them who were able to, somebody did say, this is Bagauda Kaltho.
Yes, madam.
I thought we should be able to take off from there. And since counsel to the police is there, it's really the police that we should be dealing with, between the police who were the ones who set up the task force in the first place. That is where we should be focusing on, in which case, if counsel to the police is unable to highlight some of those issues, Major Al-Mustafa is here. He did make the point that the last time he appeared here about the fact that somebody visibly said this was Kaltho. And I'm just saying that because the issue of whether he recognized Bagauda Kaltho and the role of the SSS in all this, I think that is already pretty clear. If we're looking for a much more promising lead, I thought that is probably where we should be taking up from.
With respect to your honor, it's not as if we have lost sight of that. We are aware that the former Inspector General of Police has been subpoenaed to appear before this commission. We thought we can take up bit by bit the arms that the questions that directly has relevance with the SSS. When it is the turn of the IG, the former Inspector General of Police will, at the appropriate time, put those kind of questions.
No, sorry.
The Inspector General is listed as a witness, my lord.
Not on this list.
It is. I have my course list. His name is there. And that has relevance with the evidence given earlier by Al-Mustafa, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa.
You have a different course list.
It's not different, sir.
Today's course list.
The earlier published course list, my lord, has the name of Ibrahim Kumasi and other witnesses, even Caleb, who is absent.
What has course list got to do with cross-examination?
Be that as it may, my lord, I will still continue with this.
Can we make progress, please?
We're making progress, sir.
I don't see what course list has got to do with cross-examination.
See, See Ibrahim Kumasi.
What is it really you want to establish? What do you want to establish? That the man in that photograph is or is not?
I have been given a tip on the kind of, maybe the questions I should focus or direct my mind. I said I have not lose sight of that. I am still taking up that.
You don't need to get everything from him.
As the court pleases, I will continue, sir.
The other witnesses.
Mr. Gadzama, as a security operative, you are, by the way, have you read Exhibit 1, which is the petition of the petitioner in this matter?
Let me
Exhibit 1, please.
Yes, what part of Exhibit 1 are you?
Paragraph 1, my lord.
Yes, what part of it? The whole Exhibit 1?
Just Exhibit 1, just the first paragraph. The first paragraph of Exhibit 1.
Read it to him.
Can I have it? Please, can you read paragraph 1 of the petition of the petitioner?
Okay. Paragraph 1. That is James Bagauda Kaltho, the news correspondent in Kaduna, is my immediate senior brother, Bagauda Kaltho. Came home Biliri, in bracket, last in September 1995, and he, Bagauda Kaltho, called all of us, including his mother Talatu, Martha Kaltho, his wife, and Mr. Bagauda Kusak, his father, and informed us that his life was in danger because the government was hunting him and wants him dead or alive. He informed us that the reason for the manhunt of his said it was because of an article he wrote titled "Not Guilty" concerning the alleged coup plot involving General Obasanjo, late Yaradua, Godabi, and others.
Yes. Now, as a security operative, you are aware that during the year 1995, a lot of journalists, including Kunle Ajibade, Chris Anyao, George Umba, and the rest of them, were arrested by security operatives. Are you aware?
We know that. We've got evidence on that.
I understand, my lord.
Progress, please. Whether he knows it or not is irrelevant. We already know it.
My lord, I think I can answer you.
We already know that. They have given evidence before.
As the commission pleases. Okay, being aware of such development, and from what you have just read in paragraph 1 of Exhibit 1, that's the petition of the petitioner, will you be surprised that the same security agents who were responsible for arresting journalists and they framed them up, brought them before military tribunals, were also responsible for the disappearance of James Bagauda Kaltho?
My lord, I don't think you are fair to me. You are asking me a question that the government in power directed some people to be arrested, and you are putting this question to me. I don't think you are fair to me.
That's why I said as a security operative.
No, don't you think this is really a matter for address, this specific point?
It could be for address, my lord, but this is a witness who is a member of the security agencies. I thought it was better to get from the horse's mouth.
But you are asking him to make a conclusion on facts not within his knowledge. I mean, you are saying since these people have been victims of arrest before, it must also follow that Bagauda would have disappeared through the same process. And you ask him to confirm that. I mean, is it fair? Yeah.
My lord, the idea is just to make the world know that what happened to the disappeared journalist, the same fate that befell him, befell some other journalists. I try to correlate what happened in those days. To make it bare, I want to bring it out to members of this commission and the public that what happened to journalists was not incapable of having happened, because the same security agents were responsible for arresting journalists. So what happened to Kaltho is not a surprise. I just wanted the witness to confess that with his own mouth.
Thank you for the address. Now go on.
As the court pleases, as the commission pleases. Okay, while you are being led in chief, you said you could not visit the scene of the blast this day it happened, but that a day after, you were able to visit the team alongside some other officials. You equally told this commission that you were able to have a sight of the photographs and the video cassettes that were taken. Now, can you reconcile, if I should ask the other way, it is in evidence before this commission that the pictures taken were never printed out, and that the only time they were released to any member of the security forces was on the 22nd of January by ACP Ibrahim Mutar. How did you come about getting the pictures just a day after?
Thank you, my lord. I think there is no contradiction in what I told you. The team we sent to the scene actually collaborated with the police, and even when we summoned them, we had the same pictures with the police. So it's not like the pictures were independent of those that were obtained by the police. My assistant director of operations did confirm actually that he got these pictures with the police, and they worked in liaison with the police.
What I'm saying is, the pictures, according to the evidence of the man who was in charge, the man who was at the very scene of the incident on the day it happened, he said even though photographs were taken, no copy of the pictures were printed, neither was it given out to anybody until Monday, the following week. That was 22nd, when it was handed over to Zachary Biu and his team. How did you come about the picture just a day after?
Thank you, my lord. I don't think that impression is correct, because I acted on what my assistant directors and the team that went to the scene, and like I told you, they worked in conjunction with the police. That's what I acted on. So
you want us to believe that what the ACP said, that's Ibrahim Mutar said, is a lie? That
no.
Pictures were indeed printed?
No. In fact, what Ibrahim Mutar said here was the truth of what transpired in Kaduna Lane.
It's the same thing I'm saying. Please, let's make progress. I don't know if I'm not making myself clear, but the question I'm asking is that it is in evidence before this commission that those pictures taken on the date, that is on the 18th, were never printed out. Neither was it given out to anybody until on the 22nd of January. So you said on just a day after, you were able to have them.
Look,
how did you come about it?
My lord, I think if you understood me right, what I told you was that when this incident happened, we deployed some personnel to the scene on the 18th. And by the 19th, they submitted a report, which we passed to our headquarters. As to the question of the pictures, I can recall it came some days after. It wasn't passed with the incident report. No. The pictures were never passed with the incident report. It was some days after. And I think if you want more clarification on that, the officers who conducted the initial investigation and even the assistant director, they are around.
Okay, the officer who you said was responsible for the intelligence summary is deceased. When did he die?
I think it's early January or February.
Under what circumstances did he die?
Well, he was sick, I learned, for some time in a hospital. He eventually...
Was he in Kaduna or in Abuja?
No, he was in Nasarawa.
Nasarawa. So that will be all for this witness.
Thank you very much. Any other questions from anybody else? Questions? Yes?
Mr. Gazama.
Yes, my lord.
In Exhibit 19, I just read the last paragraph to you. Enclosed herewith is an intelligence summary on the findings of our investigations for your perusal and further action, please. Are you saying that you never investigated the attachment, the claims in the attachment?
Yes, my lord. We never investigated. Like I told you earlier, there were reports that came in from our Lagos office.
Different sources.
Yes.
Very good. Now, in Kano, Alhaji Zakari Biu gave evidence and did say that he never investigated this attachment and that he relied on the report of the SSS in making his conclusions and findings. Are you not surprised?
I am really very surprised, my lord, and that's our problem with the Zakari Biu report, really.
Now, still on Zachary Bill report, I just read this portion that you sent to you. Intelligence sourced consistently implicate Lagos lawyer Femi Falana and the management staff of the news, especially Dapolo Yomi and Baba Femi Ojudu, who are among the founding team of the magazine. The conclusion: intelligence also revealed that Falana, Wong Bola Olalemi and Abiodun Kolawole, and ex-staff of Radio Lagos, were involved in the operation of the first pirate Radio Freedom from a secret location, which was later discovered by the DMI. This conspiracy also involved Bekor and Somkuti, doctor, who coordinated the project, and Olorun Yomi and Titi Ogunye, a lawyer in Falana's chambers, and presently secretary to the CDHR, who wrote scripts for the legal radio. Now, Mr. Gazama.
Yes, my lord.
Are you aware that on February 14, 1996, Femi Falana was arrested and detained for 10 months that year? Are you aware?
I'm not aware of that, my lord.
Are you aware that after the shooting of attempted murder of Alexi Bru in Lagos, Falana was arrested?
I'm not aware of that, my lord.
Okay. Now, if you look at the document you sent to the police, you have said today that you never met Bagauda Kaltho while he was alive.
No, I don't know the gentleman.
For which reason you cannot identify him in those photographs?
For sure.
Now, are you aware that AS Dharma gave evidence before this commission in Lagos in December last year? Are you aware? When we were discussing the 1995 coup plotters.
Well, I'm not aware of that particular listing, but I know he was summoned several times.
Yes, he was summoned to the commission.
Yes.
I'm saying that he gave evidence in Lagos. Will you know when he died?
I think it should be January.
January this year.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah. Now, want to agree with me that the only two persons who can give clue based on investigation as to what happened to Bagauda Kaltho would be Alhaji Bill and Dharma. Yes, Dharma.
Yes, my lord, I will tend to agree with you on the strength of the fact that they were the task force that were investigating these things.
Okay. Now, Alhaji, between 1995 and 1998, there were several bomb blasts in different parts of the country. Are you aware of that?
Just like any other Nigerian, my lord.
Yes, specifically during the Abacha junta. This was a common phenomenon. To your knowledge, all accusing fingers pointed to those who were opposed to the government. To your knowledge, in the SSS. All accusing fingers, either Nadeko or human rights activists, you know, that was the usual thing.
Well, I wouldn't say authoritatively, my lord.
Yeah. Now, do you now know that Professor Wole Soyinka has claimed responsibility for the Freedom Radio Kudirat?
Well, I wouldn't know that, my lord, but let me maybe explain the contents of that letter.
Yeah.
Like I did tell this Honorable Commission earlier, these summaries were based on the reports we gathered from Lagos. And if there's any personal opinion there, it is that of the person who prepared it. Because there were some things there. For example, there was a place where some comparison was made with a picture. I could remember I even raised that issue with the assistant director, that how could he compare a corpse, the picture of a corpse, and a certain picture that he obtained from, they said, from the wife. I queried.
To the camera, please. Just imagine it doesn't exist.
No, I think he exists, my lord. So what I'm saying is that I very much agree with you. There was some interjection of their personal views. I think based on maybe their experiences as investigating officers, which was in addition to the information that was sent to us from Lagos. But like I said, I cannot comment on that authoritatively. The only thing I remember is that when he brought that brief, I did even ask the question, how can he say that that is intelligence summary? Because in the intelligence parlance, an intelligence summary is different from just ordinary information. But he was the man who had the case, and he was a scheduled officer. So I left it at that.
Finally, Mr. Gazava, do you know that your Mitokoya was the man who supplied this information to your people in Lagos? Do you know that?
My lord, how will I know? Like I said, it was from our Lagos command.
No, these are our customers in Lagos.
But I wouldn't know, my lord.
That's all, sir.
Any other questions? Any re-examination?
Yes, my lord, just one or two questions. Mr. Gadzama, you have already told this Honorable Commission that your authority, that is the SSS, is basically an intelligence gathering outfit. Now, is the police bound under any circumstance or situation to adopt your findings or views?
No, my lord, they are not.
And finally, you are a very senior officer with the SSS, and you don't operate at the grassroots in terms of investigation. At the grassroots, I mean, as an officer going out of the office and conducting investigations in the public and so on and so forth, you don't do that. Yes or no?
Of course, that's obvious. We have some hierarchy.
Okay, that's all.
Yes, yes, yes. Cover this. If nobody is asking any question, I think you may now go. Discharged. You don't want to, you want to cross-examine?
No, no,
There's
no, my
been
lord.
re-examination, so don't worry.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much.
Your lordship, virtually all the witnesses who were summoned